The following segment is sponsored by Smith Injury Law and 300hurt.com.
You've seen and heard the ads seeking plaintiffs to take part in big class action lawsuits. A few of the main ones you're seeing today have to do with mesothelioma, talcum powder, Roundup. Richard Smith of Smith Injury Law is here to talk to us this morning about those class action lawsuits. Good morning.
Good morning, Margaret.
We know a mass tort is filed by a large group of people who have suffered some kind of physical or financial injury, but a lot of times there are only 5 or 6 law firms handling the cases nationwide. What do we need to know?
Well, what you need to know is most of the time when you see ads about mass torts, these are lawyers that are going to be taking the cases and then referring them out to one of these 4 or 5 large law firms that litigate these cases all across the country. Usually it's in one special litigation district created by the courts to handle all of those cases. So, for example, everyone who may have developed ovarian cancer from using talcum powder products, all those cases will be brought in one courtroom in one district in another state, typically. So what we do here at Smith Injury Law is that we help as the local counsel on those cases. So while we don't personally litigate the mesothelioma or the talcum powder cases, the Roundup cases, most of the firms you see on TV don't either. They're just wanting to get the cases and refer them to somebody else. We want to serve as your local counsel, your local person in South Carolina and North Carolina that has suffered from one of these big mass torts we're talking about. Then contact us and we'll work with you. It won't cost you any more money either. Basically, our fee will come out of the fee that the other law firm obtains in the case. But it's important to have a local counsel involved. We can actually help you answer questions, communicate with the other firm.
And getting into that a little bit more, at Smith Injury Law, you can be that local attorney that works closely with the plaintiff. How can that one-on-one attention help with their outcome or just make the process easier?
I think it makes it a lot easier because otherwise, if you're dealing with somebody, and this may be California, Massachusetts, whatever state it's in, and they're doing all over the country, you're talking to a paralegal or somebody, you don't get to talk to your lawyer. It's very difficult to communicate with them. If you work with us, you can always talk to us, and we can always communicate. The firm I work with is based out of Atlanta mostly. They do it all over the country, and I have a good relationship with them, and I work with them. And if I have a client that I refer them, and there's an issue, I can get that attorney on the phone. We can talk about it. It's a lot better situation than just calling some number on the screen and being referred to some firm who's just going to take your information and refer you to somebody else. So it's not really the same as you normally see in an automobile accident, workers' comp claim, or Social Security case. These are very specialized cases.
Gotcha. So at Smith Injury Law, you really can make a difference for your clients in this class action case, make that process easier. Now talk to us about your main areas of practice and how you've been serving the community.
Well, automobile accident claims are always a big issue with us. We handle them, trucking accidents, regular accident claims, North Carolina, South Carolina, workers' compensation claims also in North Carolina and South Carolina, and also Social Security disability claims. Those are our biggest areas of practice. Those are the ones where people are more involved in. We literally have accidents that happen in Spartanburg County, Greenville County, every day. and that's why it's important to make sure that you're taken care of, that you know what to do when you're involved in an accident. And that's why I wrote the book, which we talked about many times, about the 10 mistakes you could make in an automobile accident case, to try and get people to not make those mistakes.
Absolutely. Well, people can get that book and they can contact you by calling 300hurt or visiting 300hurt.com. One last thing, I think it's really neat when people work with you, they're working with you or with your partner, Scott Becky. They're not outsourced to work with a bunch of your staff, right?
That's true. I mean, we have a great staff. And a lot of times the clients prefer to talk to my staff, but we're also available. Whenever somebody calls for a question, they can always talk to myself or Scott or my paralegal. It's never a situation like some firms that I've dealt with in the past. In fact, I've even worked with some firms in the past like this, that basically, because of the volume they do, the lawyers are never available. And that's not a good thing, because sometimes, even though we've got a great staff, sometimes the client just needs to talk to their lawyer, and that's why we're here.
Well, we love that personal attention, and we love talking to you every week. Richard Smith, Smith Injury Law, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.